Alright, we are going to practice lateral and total surface area today. Tomorrow you're going to have homework and vocab over both, and then on Thursday you have a test over surface area. So I want to be sure we know. So we're going to shade the bottoms. I know you can't see that one. And as always, if you do, just write these on a piece of notebook paper unless you want to come up to the school and get one. That looks horrible, but let's just go with it. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's my two bases. We have 6, 2, because that's 2, 6, and 2. So we're going to start by my two formulas, and I want you to see this. So we're going to do LAS, which is lateral surface area, which is just big PH. Total surface area, which we're just going to call S, is pH plus 2B. Now notice, they both have that pH. So once I have found that pH, I don't have to rework it again. It's going to be the same every time. So I need to find my P. So 6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2, okay, is 16. So to find my lateral surface area, I'm going to do 16 times the height, which is 12. 16 times 12. 16 times 12. Sorry, my calculator was not within our reach. And I get 192. 192 is my lateral surface area. We want to put units, it'd be feet squared. Alright, so now that I have that pH, that lateral surface area, I can come back to my total surface area and plug it in. So that's 192 already, plus 2 times my base. So let's figure out what our big B is. 6 times 2, which is 12. So I'm going to add 24 to my 192. And that is my surface area. So question I want you to think about, okay, I want you to think about it first if you want to answer out loud, if you're at home or whatever. Can my total surface area, or will my total surface area always be bigger than my lateral? Will this total always be bigger than my lateral? And the answer is yes, it always will be, because I'm adding something onto it. So it's always going to be bigger. So if you ever get a total that's smaller, then that's wrong. Let's look at another one. And this one I'm going to work a little bit different process. It's the same thing though. So I'm still going to have my lateral surface area, which equals pH. Still going to have my total surface area, which is pH plus 2B. But this time I'm going to go ahead and find my P and my B first. Now, this is how we did it for our page 59 notes. So 5 plus 6 plus 5 is 16. And then my big B is going to be 1/2 base times that height, which is 4. So I get 12. Everybody likes doing a little bit different, so I'm just showing you there is different steps to it. What we can do, okay, so we're going to do, I should have written smaller, sorry. I'm going to do P, 16, times that height, times 11. So 16 times 11, which is going to give me 176. So my lateral surface area is 176. Alright, so go back to my total. So I can go ahead and plug that pH if I want to. Or if you like we did for page 59 notes, go ahead and make it all one step. That's okay. I like doing the 176 plus 2 times my B, which is 12. So I'm just going to be adding 24 to my 176 to get 200. Always bigger. I know this is messy, but... So now my total surface area is always bigger than lateral surface area. always. Really good true-false question for Thursday's test. Hint, hint, wink, wink, whatever. Okay. Let's look at another one. I'm going to shade the base. I'm not going to draw that bottom one because, oh man, I could try. I'm just not good at seeing it. Some of you are great at that. I am not. Maybe that would make that one look better if I, oh, it does look better if I put that. Yeah, that looks better. I am not a visual. I'm not very good at seeing three-dimensional figures on paper. There's a whole study done that guys tend to be better at seeing that. Little fun fact. They tend to visualize what's not there better than girls can, so I've seen that. And if you're a young lady that's like, man, no, I see those easily, then that's great. That's awesome. But statistically, girls have a little more harder time. So let's look at lateral surface area. So I'm going to find my P and my B first. P and B. Perimeter is going to be 14 plus 6 plus 14 plus 6, so 20 plus 20, which is 40. My big B is going to be 6 times 14, so I'm going to do that. Sorry, yes, 6 times 14, which is 84. All right. So then I'm going to do lateral surface area, which is going to be 40 times that height. Height is 12. And I know I'm going pretty fast. As always, you can go back and watch this video if you need to. So 480. Total surface area is going to be pH, so that 480, plus 2 times my base, which is 84. So I'm going to do 480 plus 2 times 84 in my calculator, and I get 648. All right, we need to make another note. If the problem just says surface area, it means, total surface area. So what that means is, if a problem says find the surface area, this happens every year. This says find the surface area. Is it saying find the lateral or find the total? If it just says find the surface area, it's wanting you to find the total. It'll be very specific and say that it wants you to find the lateral if that's what it wants. We're practicing both, so we're going to keep practicing both. All right, let's look at number 4. Shade my base. There's another base back there. It's kind of hard to draw it. I get that. There's my other base. So my P is 9 plus 12 plus 15. And of course, you're welcome to use the calculator as much as you want. I know some of you, it gives a lot of confidence, and that's why I'm okay with it. Because I do like you to feel confident about the answer you choose. So 1/2 base times height, because it's a triangle. So 1/2 of the base, which is 12, times the height, which is 9. So 6 times 9, because half of 12 is 6, is 54. So my big V equals 54. Okay? So my lateral surface area is going to be my big P times my height. My height connects the bases, so it's going to be times 6. So lateral surface area is 36 times 6, which is 216. My total surface area, I take that lateral plus add the 2 bases. So 2 times my bases, because I have 2 bases I need to add to it. All right, so 216 plus 2 times 54 is 200. Nope, I did that wrong. Sorry. 216 times 216 plus. Oh man. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's better. Sorry, I had to re-look at it. 324. Okay. On your, I'm trying to remember if I did it on the homework, but I know on your test, it's going to ask what is the big P, what is the big B, what is the lateral, what is the total. So be sure you know how to find the big B and the big P. We're going to, there's another one. Alright, so I'm going to find my P and B. I don't leave much room for work on this one. So we have a 9, a 4, a 9, and a 4. Okay, so 9 plus 4 is 13. 2 of them, so it's 26. My big B, and I'm not showing all my work just because I don't have much space. But I do encourage you, if you're not understanding, please ask me. Most of the time, your big B will be bigger than your P. It won't always, but most of the time it will. There's some example. There's some times where it'll be equal, and I'm pretty sure there's some really there are some that perimeter would be bigger. They just have to. They're kind of rare that they are. So B is usually going to be bigger. All right. So I'm going to do lateral surface area, which is P times H. So I'm going to do 26 times the height, which is 16. 26 times 16 is 416. That's my lateral. My total, I'm going to do my lateral, so 416, plus 2 of my bases. 9 times 4 was 36, so plus 2 times 36, plus, or if you want to do plus 36, that's okay, same concept. We have 488. So, the only difference between lateral surface area and total surface area is that total includes my bases. And so I'm going to show y'all some examples. I don't remember if we talked about this in our videos, but this is a can. It was a green bean can. I think I showed y'all this, that I covered a long time ago. That's why it's falling apart. That's when my classroom was done. I used to have some polka dots in my classroom. I use it now just to hold, of course, glue and other stuff. But I did not cover the bottom. I did not cover the top. That is lateral surface area. Some other examples of lateral surface. If I were to paint my classroom, I'm not going to paint the floor. I'm not going to paint the ceiling. I'm just going to paint the sides. That's lateral surface area. Versus total would be wrapping a present or covering something completely, where I want top and bottom also completed. So the only difference between lateral and total is those two bases. Good test question, by the way. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Maybe you're catching on to that. All right. We're going to skip 6 for just a minute because it is a cylinder and it's a little different. So let's look at this one. Oh, horribly drawn. I'm sorry. We're going to choose the bottom from the base because your homework does have all the bottoms as bases. So I'm going to find my P. 14 plus 7 plus 14 plus 7. And I'm going to use my calculator because I already can feel like I've been making couple mistakes the last couple minutes, so just to check. 42, and then my big B, it is a rectangle, so I'm going to use base times height. Some of you are forgetting to switch. If it has a triangular base, I'm going to use a triangle with a 1/2 formula in it. Versus if it's rectangle, it's just going to be BH. So don't get caught making that mistake. I do have quite a few that are still doing it. So 7 times 14 is 98. So lateral surface area is going to be P 42 times the height, which is 7. 42 times 7 is 294. Versus total, which I'm going to take that lateral plus 2 of my bases, which is 98. So plus 98 times 2, or plus 98 2 times if you want. Doesn't really matter. And I get 490. Sorry. I was off the page there. All right, let's look at number 9. I want you to try number 9 on your own. I want you to find the lateral and the total. And I want you to pause this video. And when you're done finding both of those, push play, and let's see if you got it right. All right, so you should have already tried number 9. If you didn't, you're only really hurting yourself, guys. I know when you're at home, it's so easy to just not worry about it. But so perimeter, 13 plus 13 plus 10 is 36. All right, let's find our big B. All right, so notice that it was a triangle, so hopefully you did 1/2 for my base. So 1/2, 10, and then that height, remember, has to make a right angle. Right there. So 12. So half of 12 is 6, times 10 is 60, so big B was 60. So hopefully, if you missed either of those, then you probably missed the entire problem. Not always, but a lot of times. So you've got to make sure you're getting both of those right. So let's do lateral. So I'm going to do P, 36, times the height of the whole figure, which is going right here, so times 14. So 36 times 14 is 504. Hopefully you got that for a lateral. My total is going to be 504 plus 2 of my bases, plus 120, or plus 2 times 60, same thing. And I get 624. So hopefully you got both of those right. If you didn't, I encourage you to email me questions, or you can send me a picture and say, hey, Miss Joel, can you look at my work and see what I did wrong? Of course, I want you to be successful at this. All right, let's go back up to number 6, that cylinder. So I'm first going to recognize that this is a radius, which is great. That means I don't have to do an extra step. And you don't have to have these formulas memorized, but my lateral surface area is 2 pi RH. Okay? While my total surface area, which I don't really have much room for, remember it's that long one.